Block 11. The concept of inequality as a legitimation of violence in early European history. A. The Greco-Roman heritage. Since Germany only came into existence as a nation since 1870, we have to look at the Western European tribes if we want to go further back in time. Those tribes were themselves strongly influenced by the culture and ideology of the Greeks and Romans. From the ancient Greek Empire, we find a quote by the philosopher Aristotle, who defined the concept of rule and the order of the state community in his book Politica. In this context, Aristotle makes the following statement. From this it follows that even warfare is by nature a form of acquisition, for the art of hunting is part of it, which is applied against wild animals and against those men who are not prepared to be ruled, even though they are born to subjection, insofar as this war is just by nature. Aristotle distinguishes here between people who are born to be subjugated and those who are born to subjugate. This statement shows that a sense of general social interconnectedness had already been lost several hundred years before the birth of Christ. It also becomes clear that a perspective that assumes inequality as inherent can be used to legitimize violence. The historian Benjamin Isaac describes how this concept of inequality in Greek society was a fundamental element in the idea and political practice of imperialism, which was later adopted and adapted by the Romans. In this context, Isaac mentions texts by Aristotle, Vitruvius, and Vegetius. The conviction that the concept of inequality formulated by Aristotle, which made imperialism possible, also formed the basis for the genocide of National Socialism, is confirmed by the literary scholar Vincent P. Pecora. Pecora links the notion and practice of imperialism that developed in Western Europe with anti-Semitism, because both are based on a perspective in which the interconnectivity of humanity is not recognized, leading towards the facilitation of violence against those that are perceived as others. In his opinion, there is an urgent need to recognize, quote, the West's massive, centuries-old and increasingly effective persecution of its others. For the literary scholar Peter Haidu, a perspective in which the other is perceived as alien leads towards desubjectivization and is a precondition to violence. Haidu refers to Himmler's speech that prepared the SS for the final solution and points out that this perspective was the basic legitimizing principle. Himmler's main efforts were to prevent a possible identification with the other and to promote their desubjectivization. In the next block, we will look at how the ideologies and practices of Roman imperialism spread within Western European tribes after the fall of the Roman Empire.